It is championship weekend here at Sticky Bleachers, and boy, have we got a good one for you. My name is Cory.
I'm Bob. The Cheeseheads moved over to A-Town, and we're set for an NFC championship game, Cory.
Yes, Ludacris, not sure if he's in attendance tonight, but I'm sure he's watching if he's not down there at the 50-yard line here at the Georgia Dome.
They have Luda in the locker rooms, actually. They bring him out after halftime. It's good luck. Bow Wow is on the sidelines, though, for A-Town.
Is Bow Wow also an A-Towner?
Yes, and I believe Outkast has their own suite.
Oh,
here.
Well, of course. And the Yin Yang Twins, famous artists of the United States of Atlanta album.
They're tailgating out in the parking lot.
Wow, all the hip-hop greats in one place, Bob.
Everyone's coming out, so A-Town's representing.
You
And the lone Green Bay rapper is not in attendance, so sadly.
I think Macklemore maybe also.
Yeah, Macklemore, famously from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
If Green Bay were to have a rapper, I think it would be Macklemore.
Yeah. Vanilla Ice's cousin.
Yes, that's right. Well, I think he'd be Vanilla Ice's grandson, probably.
Maybe. Illegitimate.
Illegitimate grandson. There's my illegitimate grandson.
The only way for Vanilla Ice to have any offspring is illegitimately.
And that's what he sounds like now, by the way.
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice. Anyway, here we go.
Meanwhile, we have a
Devontae
football
Adams. Let's
game.
talk about some football action and enough about the Yin Yang Twins, Vanilla Ice, Macklemore, etc.
We used all of our A-Town stuff during the Falcons' first drive, so.
Yes, there we go. So now we got that out of the way. We can start talking about football. Falcons go, they come up empty on their first drive, and now it's Rodgers and company moving down the field.
Yep, after last week's exciting game with Dallas, looks like the offense is continuing to move. There's another first down by Eddie Lacy, and keeping it on the ground a little bit more to start the game than they did last week, Cory.
Yes, well, yeah, Rodgers can sling it, but this Green Bay offense can also run it up the field. When you get to the playoffs and these dynamic offenses, you never know what you're going to expect.
True. That last pass by Rodgers, though, almost looked like it was intercepted. And then there's Jordy Nelson with a nice reception, so back from that rib injury.
Yep.
A big gain and a first down.
Pulls that down in traffic, so it's good to know if Rodgers is on target tonight. It could be a long game for Atlanta, who kind of came out of the locker room cold. Maybe Ludacris's pregame speech did not quite get them fired up.
Well, as I said, Cory, he gives a halftime speech, so.
Oh, the halftime speech. Okay.
Yeah, they save him for that.
We'll save him for that. Okay.
Yep, exactly.
Wood? That's my favorite Luda word. Is wood at the end of most phrases.
100,000.
Thank you. There we go. We got to keep going. Whoop, whoop.
And there's Eddie Lacy, though, with a nice run on the outside there for the first points of the game. So the Packers up quickly, 6-0 with the point after coming, Cory.
Mason Crosby puts it through.
Good. I would think after all of his field goals, that little chip shot should be pretty easy.
Yes, he's, of course, a longtime veteran kicker. Soon-to-be friend of the Sticky Bleachers show, Mason Crosby.
Yep, soon to be friend.
We'll wait till he retires.
Friend in waiting.
Friend in waiting. There we go. As are every sports celebrity, Bob.
Exactly.
Bill Belichick could be a friend in waiting of the show if he ever figures out how to use Twitter.
Oh, and the Falcons put the ball on the ground. The ball's hopping around like a hot potato, and Jack Ryan,
boy, oh boy,
actually,
nobody can get their hands on it, but Jake Ryan picks it up, and nobody's going to catch him, so disastrous turn of events here. Matt Ryan coughs it up on the sack fumble. Jake Ryan picks it up and brings it, no relation as far as I know. Brings it, looks like about 30 yards on the fumble return. Nobody looked like they were even in pursuit, Bob.
Yeah, that was a disastrous turn of events there for the Falcons, so let's see if they can get some points on the board and keep this thing close in the closing seconds of the first quarter.
All right, here's Crosby with the kickoff. Robinson on the return. He's had a good day so far, and here's another nice return. Gets up to about the 25, but hard-earned 25 yards there, Bob.
Yeah, but as you said, definitely good returns to start the game here for the Falcons. They just haven't been able to do anything with it.
Yep,
and there's Old Spice himself with the QB sack.
Making some noise.
Making some noise. Getting those national TV spots.
Yep,
Freeman
and Devontae
with
Freeman
a short run.
Not going to get much there. Third down and a mile, so Falcons going to have to go to the air here. Looks like they go on a little fake reverse there. Nobody's really fooled, but Julio Jones is open down the field, and he's got it, and he's running towards the middle, Bob.
He's going to go all the way, Cory. That was a beautiful bootleg there by Matt Ryan. He got the ball just off before the defender got to him. Julio Jones runs it in for the touchdown, so the Falcons finally get on the board. and we have ourselves a football game.
And I wonder if the Green Bay defense even saw Julio Jones there because, you got to wonder if you're the elite defense in the NFL, you got to put a body on one of the NFL's elite receivers.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd use the word elite in defense with the Packers, but I see what you're saying, Corey.
Well, they made it this far.
They did. But they say defense wins championships, and there is a nice return there for the Packers to start this drive in the second quarter.
Yep. 3:27 left to go before halftime, so let's see if the Packers can make it 21 in the first half here. Bob, this one's close to a first down.
And
not quite
looks
there.
like second down in inches, Corey.
Yep, so this is a good time to air it out, Bob. Feeling confident?
I think that's Aaron Rodgers' MO, but instead he pitches it back to Eddie Lacy, who gets the first down and then some. Does a little Peterson tango all the way down to about the 45-yard line. So
there
nice
we go.
run.
Yes, good run, good pickup. I still think, especially given the time situation here and the fact that your offense is red hot, you think you got to go for it down the field.
Yeah, got to take your shots when you can.
Second and inches, and then just pick up the first on third down.
Yep. With the running game working like it is, it's pretty safe to say that he would have got that third and inches.
Right.
But
right.
Here we stand with a third down and 10. Atlanta's been bringing the pressure there, Corey, and he does get it off though to Davante Adams, who runs all the way down to about the 8-yard line. So the pressure led to the open space, and Davante Adams made him pay.
And there we go. So let's see if they can capitalize on that one. First and goal. Here's Davante Adams again. Looked like there was some traffic there, and he does not quite pull it down in the end zone.
I like what the Falcons are doing right now. They're starting to bring a lot of pressure and kind of getting in Aaron Rodgers' face a little bit. Can't give him time to get comfortable back there in the pocket.
There we go. Packers, interestingly, Bob, calling a timeout here. I would say at 3rd and 3 with 1:48, I'd say you go and let that clock run and try to leave as little time as possible for Atlanta. As it is, they do get the touchdown.
I agree with you. And yes, they get points on the board either way, but I think that might come back to bite them a little bit, Corey.
Yeah, Atlanta could put something together. Maybe a couple of quick strikes and a field goal attempt. Maybe about the best they can hope for. I don't know if Julio Jones is going to be that open again.
Well, as we saw in the last drive, they definitely can score quickly and great distance.
Yep, and this is another nice return. Robinson brings it up, so let's see what they come up with here. They have all their timeouts, so 1:14, 3 timeouts, plenty of time to put something together.
And Coleman on the ground, interesting call there. Avoids the going out of bounds, but nice moves to get out to about the 44-yard line. So interesting play call to start the drive there, Corey, but it does work for them.
Yeah, the gamble pays off, and, they cost them a timeout, but they got a pretty good chunk of yards in return for that timeout. So here's Coleman again to the ground. Doesn't quite pick up the first down. Not as successful as the last run.
Right. Second down and 3, though. I think you got to take some chances down the field here now.
Yep, let's see what they go for. It's another handoff to Coleman. He does not go to the sidelines. He decides to stay in bounds. He gets him close to field goal range, though, Bob.
He does, but 15 seconds left, and they're going to be forced to bring out the field goal unit. They could have taken a shot or two, Corey, down the field. So,
yeah, timeout management was a little bit interesting there, but the field goal is good. So the Packers leaving all that time on the clock does end up hurting them by 3 points, Bob.
Yep, and as time winds down in this first half, it looks like the Packers are going to bring the ball out, and we'll see what happens. Oh, he's stuck, man. That was a huge hit there to end the half, Corey.
Yeah, big one. So 21-10 as we go to halftime. Julio Jones, kind of the story, keeping the Falcons at least in this game, getting wide open. Look at that, 1 reception for 83 yards.
Yep, getting the job done. Efficiency, Corey.
Yeah, both quarterbacks having less than stellar starts. Although Green Bay's running game has certainly bailed out Rodgers.
And they've had some pretty good field position to start some of their drives as well.
Right,
putting the points on the board on the defensive turnover.
There you go, Bob. As we are celebrating halftime festivities here, let me give a shout-out and a thanks to Tech Monster, programmer of this patch. You can find this patch and many others over at TechmoBowl.org. You can find a lot more information about Tecmo Super Bowl and the competitive scene at Tecmo Bowlers. Also, be sure to check out Tecmo Madison. That is the national championships of Tecmo Super Bowl played live in Madison, Wisconsin in April. Find them on Facebook and on the web. Tecmo Madison, Bob.
At the High Noon Saloon.
The High Noon Saloon in Madison, WI.
Exactly. Should be a good time. And here we have Rodgers over the middle there. Oh, incomplete pass. It looked like that was broken up by the defender there, Corey.
Yes, and there's nice traffic there. So Ludacris's halftime speech, Bob. Let's see if that gets Atlanta fired up. As you mentioned, Luda delivering the fire-up speech between our two periods here.
That he does, and from what I heard, it was pretty rousing.
Ooh, all right.
So
I hope there was a few whats in there.
More than a few.
More than a few. Oh, good.
And an incomplete pass, so Packers receivers dropping a lot of Rodgers' passes here. Uncommon.
I know, that's not helping his percentage, so let's see if they go on the ground to Lacy, who had that one bounce off his pads before. He will pick up the first down and much more on 3rd and long. So Packers, when it looked like Atlanta might stop them, they keep it going.
Yeah, really the Falcons haven't forced the Packers into any difficult 3rd downs yet, so not a way to beat the Packers here.
And here's another first down for Lacy. So, Bob, may I call Lacy an elite running back? If I may not call their defense elite, may I call Eddie Lacy elite?
I think the Eddie Lacy of a couple years ago was an elite running back. He's running like it now, but yeah,
yes.
The last couple of years have been tough on Mr. Lacy. Soon to be a free agent as well. So
yeah, well, he's playing like it, Bob.
Yep. Yeah, I think he has the potential. He's still very young. I don't know if I'd put him in the Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson category, but
yes, and we will see Le'Veon Bell later today on Sticky Bleachers.
Exactly. So, nothing to take away. Elite, we just don't want it to become like awesome where we use it all the time.
Yeah, well, that's true. So. All right, I'm with you there, Bob. We need to come up with a good word for somewhere between awesome and elite.
I'd say he's good. He's a quality running back.
Quality is good. Okay, quality is good. All right. That seems like more of a baseball term.
Quality or good?
He's a quality pitcher. LaTroy Guion picks up a nice sack, by the way, while we're debating wordsmithmanship. Wordsmithmanship is a new word, too.
Well, baseball, there's the quality start in baseball, which is a bit deceiving because it's not a very good thing. But Tammy with the reception over the middle gets down to about the 38-yard line, 39-yard line. So big reception, and the Falcons need a lot of points really quickly.
There we go. Jacob, don't call me Tammy, pulling down a big one.
And Matt Ryan going to the air. This is what I think the Falcons should have been doing from the get-go. They were kind of dinking and dunking a little bit to start the game, Cory. They just got attacked down the field.
Yeah, so you think it's time for Coleman to take a back seat in this Atlanta offense, given that they're down 18 with 6 minutes to go in this ballgame?
Yep, I want to see Matt Ryan bootleg every single play. Oh, and there he throws a devastating interception. So the Packers take over with 36 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Expect the ground game here, Cory.
That's a backbreaker, Bob, although Rodgers is going back on looks like the 9-step drop there on 1st down. He does have an open receiver, and he overthrows him just a little bit. But I think with the way Green Bay's running game has been clicking, Bob, this is really a devastating moment to have that interception. But curious that they're taking shots, Bob, not playing conservative.
The hubris of the Green Bay Packers kind of showing up here a little bit. They have a chance to run down the clock, and there is Jordy Nelson, though, across the midfield. They're down to about the 18-yard line, Cory. So nice reception there. I'm sorry, about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, and that will end our 3rd quarter, and so it looks like all of that passing does pay off. Now they go to the ground with Eddie Lacy, who makes one really nice move and gets in untouched, Bob.
Yep, so the Packers really laying it on thick here in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
Up 34-10 with the point after coming. So this could be devastating. You kind of hear it in the crowd, too, already, Cory.
Yes, holy cow. You can feel the air coming out of the dome here, literally.
That's also a lot of Packer fans taking in deep breaths as well. So,
yes, I also believe I hear some gunfire shooting holes in our bubble roof here, so we are losing a little bit of our inflation.
Yep, that would be some of our rap community. And there's another Falcons turnover, so the Packers get to pick it up within their own 20-yard line.
Actually, Bob, I'm being told it's not the members of our hip-hop community. Actually, the members of our hip-hop guest clientele are trying to stop former NFL player Plaxico Burress from firing guns into the ceiling here.
Oh, really? Well, just make sure he doesn't shoot himself and we're fine. So.
I understand that both Yin Yang twins are pleading with him for some kind of sanity.
Offering up gold Rolexes
Please,
in return
Plax.
for putting down the gun.
Please, Plaxico, put it back in your sweatpants, buddy. Is what I understand. That's what they're saying.
Yes. Well, he should definitely have a holster of some sort. Kids, don't store a gun in your sweatpants. It's not safe.
Yes. The elastic of your sweatpants was not meant to hold the weight of a handgun.
No. And as cool as it looks, and trust me, it looks really cool. But,
something like that. It looks something like cool.
It's like smoking a cigarette, Corey. It
Well,
looks
you know
really cool.
what looks
Can't
even
deny that.
cooler, Bob, and speaking as someone who lives in an open carry state, looks even cooler is going through a Walmart aisle and seeing a holster over the sweatpants.
Oh, yeah, really? Wow.
Especially if there is a sizable muffin top floating over top of the holster and the sweatpants.
The muffin top could actually hold the gun in place in the sweatpants.
It
so
might.
That might
I think that might
technically
lead
count,
to some
but
chafing, though, Bob. There might be some problems with chafing.
That's an interesting picture to see sweatpants and a muffin top and a gun holster in a Walmart, no less. I'd expect it at a Walmart, but and there's Eddie Lacy with his 4th touchdown of the game.
Wow,
So as we wax poetically about muffin tops and holsters, Eddie Lacy's laying it on thick.
And Packers hoping they can get the half-century mark here. Not going for 2 just to rub it in. They are just going to settle for the extra point to make it 49. With 2:30 left, let's see if they can get another turnover and another score, Bob.
Yeah, this is a pretty bad showing here by the Falcons. Definitely not what they wanted to do on this big stage in their hometown.
Yes, I say particularly at home here in the Georgia Dome. Of course, I think a lot of the fans here still remember the exciting moment when the Falcons played one Minnesota Vikings team in the NFC Championship a few years ago, Bob.
It was a number of years ago, Corey, but yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I think we all remember it, some more fondly than others.
1998, I believe.
Yes, and one Mr. Gary Anderson, the star of the game.
Gary Anderson, friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Yeah, absolutely a friend of our show, Gary Anderson. There's another fumble, but the Falcons do recover that one. Alex
Mack. The secret life of Alex Mack. Picks it up for 2nd down and 2.
Wow.
Turning into liquid there.
Yeah. And here's Julio Jones. He's open, but he has to make a diving grab. He's going to get in the end zone, but it's all going to be for naught, Bob. This is just style points.
Yep. Packers will give up touchdowns all day as long as they get the ball back, and a little too late for Mr. Matt Ryan and Falcons company.
There you go. But, few people have as much style and grace as Julio Jones this year.
Very true. Very true. So, again, the onside kick here by Bryant. We'll see if they can recover. And it's recovered by the Packers. That was a nice onside kick, though. That was bouncing around a little bit.
Yeah, they did. In terms of Tecmo Super Bowl onside kicks,
they did actually get it. They did get the ball. So
they did pick it up.
Recover.
Whoa.
I think that's our first here on onside kicks, Corey.
It definitely is, and from our vantage point up here high atop the Georgia Dome, we could not quite see that call, but interesting they did recover. I think that is a Tecmo Super Bowl first here on Sticky Bleachers. Jacob Tammy not able to pull that one down. 20 seconds left to go in this NFC Championship game.
There's that bootleg. Julio Jones wide open, goes Air Jordan to get that thing. So, again, too little too late, but Julio Jones with his 3rd touchdown. Beautiful catch there. And 23-49 is our score right now. Point after attempt coming, but no time left on the clock, Corey. So, Cheeseheads, start to celebrate.
All zeros. So it is interesting to see the visiting team celebrating as the home team kicks the extra point to make it to get to close to the halfway mark on the scoring card there. Not able to make the half-century mark are the Green Bay Packers. So they will be going on to our simulated Super Bowl here on Sticky Bleachers.
Yep, the streets will flow with nacho cheese in Green Bay.
Man.
It'll be like a little Venice there, Corey. It'll be nice.
The Fox River will run yellow this night.
Yeah, it's a tradition in Green Bay. They do like to flood the waters with nacho cheese.
And then once all of the walleyes in the northern pike die inside the in the lake, they scoop them all up and
fry them up. That's how you get cheese stuffed walleye, Corey.
Cheese stuffed walleye. That sounds some kind of delicious. Julio Jones, 3 receptions, 169 yards. And did he score a touchdown on every reception, Bob?
I believe every time he touched the ball, he took it to the house, Corey.
I believe he did. Now, turnovers, I think, are going to be one of the big stories of the game here. Matt Ryan, a couple of picks. He had the sack fumble that was returned for the touchdown. Right. Atlanta lost a fumble on the kickoff return, which Green Bay capitalized on and scored 2 touchdowns really quickly during the first half. This one really not much of a contest all the way through.
No, and turnovers from the get-go, as you said, Corey, really hurt the Falcons, and the Packers, to their credit, did capitalize on them quite a bit. A very efficient offense every time they touched the ball. I don't believe they punted the ball once. So
There you go. So the Packers take this one in our simulation, so they would go on to face the winner of this afternoon's game, which you can also catch here on Sticky Bleachers. That'll do it for us on the NFC side. Be sure to say hi to us on Twitter and Facebook, where we are Sticky Bleachers. If you like this video or any others of our videos, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already. There's a lot of exciting things happening, including our alternate universe simulation of the playoffs, as if our regular season had played through to its conclusion. Goes all the way through the Super Bowl, so watch those published without commentary, and of course stick it right here every week through the real playoffs as we do our simulations of the real games. For now, I will be Cory signing off. We'll see you for the AFC game.
I'm Bob. We'll see you in just a little bit.